Hello all, welcome to Power Automate tutorial. This is the second video of Power Automate tutorial where you will learn how to send an email notification when file is uploaded in OneDrive. If you have not started this playlist from the beginning, I request you to check out the link of this playlist and start from the beginning. Link is given in the description. Hi, this is Krupali from KnowHow Academy. Before going ahead, let me tell you what you will learn from this video. First, you will learn why someone want to send an email notification using Power Automate when file is uploaded in OneDrive. Second, what type of flow that need to be created. Third, what is the meaning of trigger and action in Power Automate flow? Fourth, step-by-step instruction for creating Power Automate flow to send an email notification when file is uploaded in OneDrive. Fifth, tips to keep it in mind while designing Power Automate flow. Stay tuned till end of the video so you will learn everything about this given practical scenario. So let's start. So first of all, let me tell you the first thing, why someone wants to send an email notification using Power Automate when file is uploaded in OneDrive. Let me explain you with the scenario. Let's say you shared your OneDrive link where your colleague will upload some of the files. Now, as a part of a project, every colleague will upload some file. So, who upload which file, that you cannot track easily. So, whenever any colleague will upload a file, you will get notification via email. So, at that time, you will know that this file is uploaded. So, for project management thing, this thing is important. If we are doing this task manually, so the person who is uploading the file, they need to first upload the file in the drive and then they need to send an email. So they need to do two tasks for uploading one file. But what if we can do with the Power Automate? So that's why there is a need to send an email using Power Automate when file is uploaded. Now, second thing, what type of flow you need to create to support this practical scenario. Let me show you practically. First of all, you need to log in your Power Automate account. As I told you in the last lecture, you can use Power Automate account by Gmail ID and you can use free services of a Power Automate. And also if you have work or school account, still you can use Power Automate flow and enjoy Power Automate paid services. But right now we will use Power Automate free services. So first of all, you need to click on the create button and you need to select that which type of flow you need to create. Since our task is that when anyone upload file in OneDrive, at that time email notification will send. So to trigger a flow, some human intervention is not required. When human do the task, at that time Power Automate flow should run. So this type of flow you can create using Automate Cloud Flow. So select that and give flow name here. You can skip if you don't want to give flow name, and here you can select any type of trigger you want. Okay, so right now at this point you don't know what is trigger and all these things. I explain you in this video, don't worry. So right now I am skipping this, and here you will see this screen, and this screen is for designing Power Automate flow from the scratch. As I told you in the last lecture that there are pre-made templates are available. I will also teach you how you can use pre-made template of Power Automate. But this time you need to design flow using blank Automate flow. Now you know what type of flow you need to create to support this practical scenario. Now, third thing, you need to understand what is the meaning of trigger and action. So, trigger means when this flow will execute. If some action will occur at that time, the flow will execute. So, this is called trigger. Basically, in technical term, we can say that trigger is a moment where flow start its execution. So I hope you understand what is the meaning of trigger. Now let me explain you action. So let me take our practical scenario that when someone upload a file, at that time what action Power Automate should do? So Power Automate should send an email. So here sending an email is an action. So here in this scenario, when someone upload a file in OneDrive, that is called trigger, and action is sending an email to the person. So that is called trigger and action. Now the fourth thing, let me tell you the step-by-step instruction to design a Power Automate flow which do the task that when someone is uploaded file in OneDrive, mail should be sent. So first of all, you need to design a trigger. Every flow start with a particular trigger when we are designing automatic cloud flow. So here our trigger is when the file is uploaded in OneDrive. So first of all, OneDrive you need to write here in this box, and let me zoom little bit so you can see it properly. Now I hope you can see. Now here two options are there of OneDrive. First is OneDrive and second is OneDrive for Business. So you should select OneDrive. Why? Because we have created our personal Gmail account in Microsoft Power Automate. So I am selecting OneDrive. Now here when you write this, you hear possible trigger you will see. So out of this 5 trigger, you need to select which trigger is appropriate for your given scenario. So my scenario is when someone upload file in OneDrive. So here upload is not that, but you can see when a file is created. So whenever we are uploading a file, whenever we are uploading file in OneDrive will create file. We can take trigger as when a file is created. When a file is created, properties only, but we need to take this when file is created. We cannot take this action deleted. Why? Because we are designing trigger for uploading a file. Uploading basically we are creating new file. So I'm taking this. Now here you can give a proper name to that trigger also by clicking on this 3 dot and click on rename. By default the name is when a file is created, or you can say that when file is uploaded. Here we need to make sure that for which folder we are designing our trigger. So let me first show you my OneDrive. So this is my OneDrive. If you go to the My Files, here you will see different folders are there. So you want to say that if someone upload file randomly here in a root folder. Root folder means not inside any folder but at OneDrive. So you can select a root folder. Also you can select a document folder or picture folder, or if any other folders are there. So let me go to the Power Automate flow, and here click on this folder like symbol. Root here is indicate if someone upload file in OneDrive. So you can select that. Otherwise you can select the different folder which is available inside the root folder. So right now I am selecting root folder only. So just let me select it. So automatically slash is written. That is the meaning that when a file is uploaded in a root folder. Now if you click on show advanced option, it is asking that if someone upload file in a subfolder, so still you want to trigger this flow, so we should write yes. So that, and then our trigger is designed which will execute when someone upload file in a OneDrive. Then next step, I need to decide if the flow is executed, then what action flow should be taken. So flow should take action to send an email. So let me just write Gmail. Here you can use Outlook connector, you can use Gmail connector, or you can use other email connector. But I am using Gmail connector. So using which Gmail ID I log in Power Automate account, from this email, mail will be sent to the person through whom I am specifying. So what action in Gmail I need to take? So I need to send an email. So I can select that action, and then here you need to write to whom I want to send an email. So right now I'm writing one static email, so the person will get an email every time when the file is uploaded. So let me write an email. Okay, so to this person, mail will be sent. Now the next thing is that you want to send a subject line. Now here you can send a dynamic content. Now what is the meaning of dynamic content? When we are sending a file name should be there, file content should be there, then file path should be there, and so on. So let me just write here the file name, so it will display this file is uploaded. Now in body section, I want to draft a message. So I can write, hello, one new file is uploaded in OneDrive. Kindly check. Okay, then you can mention the file identifier, file tag, file content type, and so on. But right now I just want to display this message. If you write file tag, you will get some dynamic content here. Okay, and this way you can give the values to the particular field of sending an email, that is to, subject, and body. You can mention static text also, but as per your scenario requirement, you need to mention this. You can send an attachment of the file also. So let's say you want to send a file which is uploaded via mail also. So here you can write the file content. So this file will be sent in mail also. So right now I don't want to send a file, I just want to send a notification, or you can say email. So my flow design is ready. Now here, as I told you, that here you do not need to require a single line of code. You just need to select the trigger, select the action, and mention the fields whatever you want to send. So does it look good rather than writing a code? So this way you can design your first automate flow. And let me save this, but before saving this, let me just give a proper name. Send email for OneDrive file, and let me save it. If any error is there in your step, so here instead of green line you will see red color line, but right now it is showing green color. That means our flow is ready to execute. Okay, so let me just run the flow by click on test. Once you click on test, they will ask you whether you want to test manually or automatically. Since we have created our first flow, so first time we need to test it manually. So select that and click on test. So within a fraction of a second, a flow execution will start, and it will wait until someone upload file in my OneDrive. So let me myself upload file in OneDrive. So this is my OneDrive, and let me add and file upload. So I'm uploading any random file from my download folder. This is, we can say, let's say btn.png file. So this image file I am uploading, and click on open. So my file is uploaded, and let me just see this. So this is btn.png file is uploaded. Now let me go back to the flow, and here you will see the message that flow ran successfully. That means when you upload a file and finish uploading, automatically backend side flow will execute and mail will be sent to the person to whom I specified. So first of all, I will check from which email ID mail was sent. So let me go to my email ID and let me go to the send mail, and here you can see that this type of mail is sent to the particular person. So let me just show that person email ID to whom I am sending an email. Let me go to the Outlook because I have configured that mail ID in Outlook. So here you can see that mail is arrived in the given person mail list name, and you can see that hello and whatever content I have written, it is uh, presented. And here you can see that in subject file name is written, that is btn.png file, which is uploaded. So this way you can create your first automated cloud flow. So I hope you understand how to create your first automated cloud flow. You may have a question that how can I check the analysis of my flow? So once you go to your Power Automate flow and see this message, flow run successfully, and if you go back to that, here you will see the analysis of your flow. So here you will see that 28-day run history. Here in this section you will see that how many times flow is needed, whether it's run per day, before which time it executes. So here you can see that my flow that is send an email for OneDrive is executed on September 11. Time is 2:21 p.m. and it's executed just 2 minutes before. And what is the duration of executing that flow? So 854 microsecond, you can say. So within a fraction of second, flow is executed. And see the status. So status is succeeded. Sometimes status may fail, that indicate flow start its execution but somehow it is not completed, and you can edit the column. Now which type of connection you use for making this flow? So I use two connection. First is a Gmail and second is OneDrive. Basically OneDrive is a connection using which I am generating trigger, and Gmail is a connection using which I am taking action. And here what is the detail of flow, you can see that. Okay, so this is, you can say, the analysis of your flow. Here different options are there. You can share your created flow to someone, then you can save as with the different name, you can delete it, you can send a copy, then export. And analytics, if you click on analytics, here you will see the different analytics. If flow runs so many times, so you can see that. But right now it is asking for sign in, so let me sign in. Now here it is, see that Microsoft, if you want to see the analytics, you should have work or school account. So right now I cannot see analytics for the free account. Okay, let me go back. And here you can turn off the flow, so this flow will not execute. If I turn off the flow, that means if any new file is created, then trigger will not fire. Why? Because I turn off the flow. Okay, so let me just turn on. Okay, so it is on. Now repair tips off. That means if some error is there, if some problem occur while executing the flow, here you will see that. Then here this is flow checker. Flow checker basically will identify what are the mistakes you have done while making steps of automated flow. So here you can see that, but here it is not showing an error, and it is saying that it is in a succeed state, so there is no error. So this way you can just analyze your flow, and you can see the 28-day run history, then for how much time it takes to execute, and so on. Now it's time for tips if you are designing your Power Automate flow first time. Tip number 1, if possible, use pre-made template for your flow. Tip number 2, name your flow properly and name your action properly. That means when you are taking any action, give a meaningful name. So if someone is learning from your flow, so they will get an idea what you are trying to see. The third tip is always document your flow. If your flow is too complex, so it is good practice to make documentation of your complex flow. The fourth tip is, after making a flow, test your flow. whether it's run successfully or not. Otherwise, when it's run in real environment, it may generate an error. The fifth thing is be mindful with triggers. That means which type of trigger you are using, you need to take care of that. The seventh tip is that if you are sending an email to the person, make sure that that flow should not run frequently in a one day. Otherwise, your email ID will mark as a spam email ID. So these are the tips that will be helpful when you are designing your flow. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as a source of your IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate to the tech world. If you have any question, do not feel hesitate to reach out us. Stay curious, keep learning.